Zoom Zoom. You feel it. And with extra value now at Mazda, it's time to own it. Go for Mazda CX-3 Neo from $22,490 drive away, plus a $500 Go bonus. It's time to go.
States Family Butcher, across the road from Swan Hill Library, with the meat you can eat. Mix FM News.
Part of the Ace Radio Network, 107.7 and 98.7 Mix FM.
11 degrees in Melbourne, cloudy, a top today, 17. It's 9 o'clock. Good morning. I'm David Armstrong. Damien Hardwick has managed to avoid the cameras arriving at Punt Road Oval this morning. He's expected to announce his resignation as coach after 13 years and 3 premierships. Eddie Summerfield is there.
Damien Hardwick is about to address players and officials about his decision to quit Richmond. The Triple Premiership coach informing Chief Executive Brendan Gale yesterday. The 50-year-old leaves the club after 307 games as the Tigers' longest-serving coach with a winning percentage of 56. Pies coach Craig McRae describing his former mentor as a game-changer, while twice sacked and 1980 Premiership coach Tony Jewell says Hardwick was a coach for the players.
This year, all our losses have been by less than a goal, so that they all put into him. That's quite obvious. So he's obviously a player's man.
At Punt Road Oval, Eddie Summerfield, 9 News.
And 3AW's Caroline Wilson has told Neil Mitchell Port Adelaide coach Ken Hinkley is the most obvious choice to replace him.
He missed out on the role by a whisker to Damien Hardwick last time and ended up via a circuitous route at Port Adelaide. He's out of contract at Port Adelaide this year. I don't think any of the other really big-name coaches are likely to move to Richmond.
A pedestrian has died after being hit by a car on a footpath at Keilor Downs in Melbourne's northwest. Investigators have been told a gold-coloured Toyota Camry mounted the curb off Taylor's Road and struck the male pedestrian just after 5:30. The male pedestrian died at the scene. The driver has been taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. At least 23 aged care facilities have closed since September of last year, according to data from the Department of Health and Aged Care. Many providers say they are struggling to meet new government requirements, including round-the-clock nursing staff. The latest financial snapshot of the aged care sector also shows 66% are operating at a loss. Police are investigating a suspicious fire at Katandra West near Shepparton. A Molotov cocktail was thrown at a Union Road home at around 6:30 this morning, causing a small fire. No one was seriously injured. Any witnesses or anyone with CCTV or dashcam footage being urged to contact police. A number of scientists, including an honorary associate professor from the ANU, are blocking an off-ramp of Kingsway in Melbourne. Climate scientist Dr. Nick Abel has been working on national guidelines for mitigating escalating flood risks using nature-based catchment strategies. He says while Extinction Rebellion commands a lot of criticism for its methods, the focus should be on the climate emergency. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Australia for a 2-day trip aimed at strengthening defence ties and finalising free trade talks. The Australian's reporting he will push Prime Minister Albanese to recognise traditional Indian medicine as a Medicare-funded alternative therapy. New data has found Gen Z has given up on buying and living in their dream home and instead are chasing their dream life. Social researcher Mark McCrindle says they're pursuing holidays and experiences but giving little regard to their retirement years. But he says it's not all bad news.
In this study, they were the most likely to say they're going to build additional income streams, they'll work multiple jobs if they have to, work more hours. So it's more complex out there, and they recognise that you do need some different strategies. One income, and just sort of an average earning is not going to get them there anymore.
Sport for Harvey Norman Swan Hill.
Collingwood's Nick Dacos has escaped with a fine for striking Carlton's Blake Acres and is still in the running for a Brownlow. Pies coach Craig McRae says he's not condoning the behaviour, but he wants his players to keep standing up for each other.
We've probably had the most rip jumpers in the competition because we're standing up for each other so regularly. But it's a moment that Nick has to just continue to wrestle with. He'll get frustrated doing it, but he's had a sensational season and they'll keep coming for him.
The tribunal will sit tonight. Melbourne challenging Lockie Hunter's 1-game ban for front-on contact. Australian player Arina Rodionova has won her opening match in French Open qualifying. Rinky Hijikata bowing out. 9:05. It's the latest news and sport.
Cameron's Jewellers, custom design and jewellery remodelling specialists since 1998. Make an appointment today at cfj.com.au.
Kerrang Plumbing and Pumps, your Davey Pumps master dealer, and for all general plumbing. Mix FM local news.
Holly King with your local news headlines. Construction has officially begun on the Regional University Centre in Swan Hill, located at the old police station on Curlewis Street. Anne Young, chair of the newly established Board of Directors for CUC Mallee, says the new development will serve as a centre for learning and collaboration, offering a range of programs tailored to the needs of local students. Recruitment of a centre manager will begin in the coming months. And in local sport, Kerrang's under-12s girls football team, the Warra Blues, celebrated their first win ever in a home game against Wooreeneen on Sunday. The team struggled to score at all last year, but new coach Justin Tees says they've worked hard to get the win.
At the end there was photos, there was laughing, there was cheering, there was all sorts of behaviour going on, and I felt like I've won a grand final.
And that's your local news headlines.
Your local radio station now designs and develops websites. From simple sites to full online stores. Head to ace.digital for more details.
It's never too late for a beautiful smile with custom invisible aligners at Kerrang Dental Surgery. First consult free.
The Great Australian Squeeze. Pure, fresh orange juice. Grown, squeezed and bottled in Barham. Sold in Woolies, most local IGAs and Foodworks. Mix FM weather.
Your 4-day forecast for the Mallee today: becoming cloudy with patchy frost and the chance of some fog this morning with light winds. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, light winds becoming northerly and 19 degrees. For Thursday, cloudy, high chance of showers in the afternoon and evening and getting up to 19. And Friday, becoming cloudy and 15. Today around the Mallee, we're heading for a top of 17.
Holt's Mitsubishi Triton. Order now before the end of financial year. LNCT 235.
And right now, it's 7 degrees.